Hey guys, how's it going? It is my different username here, and today we'll be talking about one of the knives that you can equip in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and in this episode we'll be covering the M9 Bayonet made out of Lego. The M9 Bayonet on its own is a multi-purpose knife that was adopted and used by the US military in 1986, and it even has the ability to be mounted to any AR-styled rifle with the proper mounting piece for use as a bayonet. And in-game, this can be accessed by either purchase from the Steam market or through case unboxings. So, this whole knife is strange, and definitely stands out from my other knives in the way that it's practically put together like a puzzle. And I don't mean that by the individual Lego pieces. Here's what I mean. The grip of the bayonet had to be the most challenging part of this build, without a doubt. Trying to accommodate for the way the grip was designed, I had to find alternate ways to make it look like the actual model itself. I basically used the longest Technic axle that I could possibly find and made little sections of the grip as well as these rings and end cap to make what I believe to be the best representation of the grip that I could come up with. And at the same time, it keeps the knife somewhat stable while using. And here we have the hilt piece, which is an essential part to the build where it basically holds together the grip and also the blade at the same time. And the ring part of the hilt is definitely not the greatest looking part of the build and also can't even properly attach itself to an AR rifle, which is, well, kinda expected, but still unfortunate to have. The blade piece is probably easily my favorite part of the whole build, and I tried my best to get the best shape out of the blade with Lego as I could, and I really do think I did a great job on that, especially when it comes to the miscellaneous details of the teeth, the hole, and the front end. Alright, well, now if we could put all the pieces back together, and there we go. I think it's no problem for me to say that this is definitely one of my most favorite knife builds as of so far. And it even makes a really nice decoration for your desk whenever you play video games, and it also helps you play so much better than you would ever before.
Warning, this knife does not actually make you any better at any video games whatsoever. If you suffer from noob-titis, consult your doctor today to get good.
And it feels good to know that I didn't just end it there with the default knife, but instead made several others to show off some of the other skins that are seen in CSGO. Starting off here, we have the M9 Bayonet Slaughter skin. Following the similar design of the M9 Bayonet, it's basically just a red knife with intricate zebra-styled stripes that run through the entire blade, and it also has a dark gray hilt and end cap piece, but besides all that, nothing else has really changed because the grip is still based off the same design as before. Also, it has a hidden sad face. Up next, we have the M9 Bayonet Tiger Tooth skin. And this skin essentially starts off in design similar to the Slaughter knife, but transitions into a striped pattern that's more represented as stripes you see on a tiger. This knife also features a yellow hilt piece and end cap, but the grip remains the same overall, and as much as I like the way this knife turned out, I can't help but think of it as more of a mac and cheese knife than really the actual tiger tooth pattern. And finally, we have what has to be my favorite knife out of the whole bunch, which is the M9 Bayonet Marble Fade skin. This skin features a more basic design compared to the other skins, but instead contains bright colors that fade from one into the other, and marble refers to the primary colors that are used here being red, blue, and yellow. Now, my knife definitely doesn't have what I like to consider a good fade in between the colors, but I definitely really tried my best to at least attempt to fade the colors, but not keep it too basic when it came to the transitioning. And something I'm really happy with is how this knife shows off a dimensional front end of the blade, just like the default knife has as well. And it looks really great. I wish I could have transferred that same aspect over to the other two knives, but the color schemes would have been thrown off completely, and Lego itself is actually a little limited when it comes to the certain shades of colors anyway. And this knife contains a dark blue hilt and end cap piece, and even a dark gray grip, which is completely different from the other grips, but it is basically built exactly the same way. Also, just a side note, I wanted to mention that the hinge pieces that you see in the ring are not dark blue and are instead substituted for black pieces because surprisingly these pieces don't seem to exist in dark blue, which I found very strange, especially since the opposite hinge piece does come in dark blue. Man, I have so many knives and only two hands. No! Come on! Man, if only I had just like a box or something that I could just slip all these knives in and... Oh, wait a second. There we go. So yeah, I've been holding on to these knives for quite a while now, and I realized that they would look so much better if they were actually displayed. So I built this simple box just to hold them all together, and they honestly look really great all displayed next to each other. And you can even fit the box onto your shelf or even your desk, so you can have all the knives to look at, or just have them all next to you while you game.
Seriously, these knives will not make you good whatsoever at any game. Don't send angry messages at me because you don't know how to center your own screen, so seriously, just get good.
Also, if you guys want to make these knives at home, you should check the description down below to download the LED files so you can make your own CSGO knives as well. So, now that I've covered all the knives and even this box stand as well, I think it's time to finally thank our sponsor for today's video, Cuts.com. Cuts.com was kind enough to send me a bunch of their CSGO based knives to show off to you guys, including this lovely M9 Bayonet Slaughter, which admittedly makes my version of the knife not look so great. And the design on all these knives are just so sleek and very well done, and these knives are also very sharp too, which is always really nice. And their assortment of knives range from the gut knives with emerald and marble decals with actual wooden grips, which is a huge bonus, and even karambit knives with emerald, the exotic autotronic, and even marble fade patterns as well. And also they sent some flip knives as well, and these are very well made, from the actual blades to even the grip design. And they also include little belt clips as well. They range from emerald to sapphire and even Doppler. And lastly, they also have butterfly knives as well, although they are trainer pairs because of how extremely dangerous they are, but still are really fun just to mess around with, and even include patterns like the Doppler and custom ones like this dragon based decal as well. And each knife comes with a rag to help keep these things beautiful and shiny as you display them either on your shelf or wall, and they all have protective holsters as well for either safe transport or just to keep them out of harm's way, because they are seriously sharp and must be handled with care. Really guys, in all seriousness, I want to give a huge shout out to Cuts.com for helping me sponsor this video. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have even been able to afford to make all these knives for you, and also to receive some pretty cool knives of my own. And if you guys want to help me and Cuts.com as well, you should go into the description, check out their website, and see all the other knives that they make. They actually make a lot more knives than the ones I even showed off in the video. And honestly, they are actually really cool knives. If anything, I wouldn't have wanted to take the sponsor if they weren't good knives, and trust me, they are really good. You should definitely at least check out their website. If anything, it's cool that Cuts.com is supporting YouTubers that are just like me, who are dealing with the ad apocalypse, and I gotta say, things are pretty bad. But thankfully, because of people like them, I get to, keep doing all the awesome things that I want you guys to enjoy, and also get to really just keep doing this. I will admit, it's actually been a lot harder to do YouTube lately, given the fact that I'm kind of growing up and I'm almost out of school soon. So yeah, you guys should definitely check out Cuts.com, because right now they're the real MVPs of YouTube. So subscribe if you guys want to see more epic LEGO creations made in the future, like, favorite, and comment if you guys have enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching!